eye perfect man, and I locked him down quick. I just can't take my eyes off him. I just can't take my eyes off him. Most of all, I love that he wears bird dog shorts. They're all I buy for him. Normal shorts and underwear separate and ride up. But bird dogs have super soft built-in underwear, so you can just slide them right on. And you're ready to go.
The next chapter in Team USA basketball starts now. USA men's basketball takes on Australia on NBCSN.
When you spend your whole life working towards one moment to show your best with the whole world watching, it's not easy to wait. But the boldest dreams don't fade with time. They only burn brighter. Introducing the biggest dreamers of the summer. They grew up in Sugar Land and St. Paul, Trenton, and Honolulu. They're all in. The fastest, the strongest, the greatest.
Without a doubt, the greatest of all time.
All coming together as one team.
Wrestle to Tokyo.
All coming together to represent us. And they're about to give you, at long last, the greatest show you've ever seen. The Tokyo Olympics, starting July 23rd on NBC.
I am a
We're just a little more than 10 days away from the opening ceremony to the Tokyo Games. The basketball competition will be held at Saitama Super Arena in Saitama, Japan. Before we get there, USA Basketball has a couple of Olympic tune-up games on tap. Already playing on Saturday night, they next take on Australia. Damian Lillard, Jeremy Grant, Zach LaVine and company looking for some revenge.
chapter in Team USA basketball starts now. USA men's basketball takes on Australia on NBCSN.
When you spend your whole life working towards one moment to show your best with the whole world watching, it's not easy to wait. But the boldest dreams don't fade with time. They only burn brighter. Introducing the biggest dreamers of the summer. They grew up in Sugar Land and St. Paul, Trenton, and Honolulu. They're all in. The fastest, the strongest, the greatest.
Without a doubt, the greatest of all time.
All coming together as one team.
Wrestle to Tokyo.
All coming together to represent us. And they're about to give you, at long last, the greatest show you've ever seen. The Tokyo Olympics, starting July 23rd on NBC.
I am a season no one saw coming.
Not that it's a bad thing.
I'm ready.
I am something none of you expected. And each surprise leads to one heck of a summer. Because this year, to make the playoffs, you better win, or you're not in. And one thing is for sure this season, I am not certain what happens next. And neither are you. I am NASCAR.
We're just a little more than 10 days away from the opening ceremony to the Tokyo Games. The basketball competition will be held at Saitama Super Arena in Saitama, Japan. Before we get there, USA Basketball has a couple of Olympic tune-up games on tap. Already playing on Saturday night, they next take on Australia. Damian Lillard, Jeremy Grant, Zach LaVine and company looking for some revenge after Saturday night's loss to Nigeria. Mandalay Bay. And we welcome you courtside, folks. Kevin Dana alongside Kara Lawson, Olympic gold medalist and USA Women's 3x3 head coach. And Kara, yes, it was a tough loss to Nigeria on Saturday night, but that's just a reminder that this gold medal potentially for Team USA is going to be tough to get.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's harder now across the world. The margin for error for the United States smaller. And so when you look at this team and limited preparation in the lead up, these 2 weeks are critical. They're critical for them to get into a good rhythm. There might be some bumps along the road, but if they can get to Tokyo and peak at the right time, they have as good a shot as anybody else in the world at taking home that gold medal.
Well, after the loss to Nigeria, this is what head coach of Team USA, Greg Popovich, had to say.
In a way, I'm kind of glad it happened. That loss means nothing if we don't learn from it. But it could be the most important thing in this tournament for us, to learn lessons from this and see what we did to move on. Because it's a great group of guys, high character, and we'll figure it out.
If USA wants to have more success, they're going to need more production out of these three. Baines with it on the block. Feeding Mills. Nice shot fake. Gets it back, and that's an easy layup.
There's the pace you talk about. I mean, he's never done. And you cannot relax against Patty Mills, especially when he gives up the basketball.
Had a great career in the NBA. 12 years of experience at the association level for Patty Mills. Damian Lillard answering back for USA Basketball. Baines has the mouse in the house on him. He's called for the travel.
Patty Mills moves without the basketball down at the other end, and Damian Lillard does one better. Excellent job to Draymond Green.
Lillard with 14 in the loss to Nigeria on Saturday. Beal surging to the hoop and a nice finish around Landale. Mills trying to get it back. USA looking to push tempo. AD, 4-3. Here's Ingles. They let him shoot it, and he makes it pay. Kara, that's not a guy you want to leave open.
No, if you're going to go under the screens, or if you're going to switch those screens, you have to be aware of angles and get up, climb uphill, and try and challenge that shot a little bit better. Again, against Nigeria, not enough shots challenged beyond the arc. I thought challenged well by the United States.
Well, that was a better challenge.
Bomb क्या करते हो सुंदर? जी मेरी टेलरिंग की दुकान है.
Beal probing. Here's Durant on the pull-up. Nicely done.
So what have we seen already? A bucket from Lillard, a bucket from Beal, a bucket from Durant. So maybe they're on a little slump right there.
There you go. Again, they combined for 30% shooting, 9 of 30 amongst the three of them. Going inside for Baines. And kind of a tough pass. Left them.
To other guys, knowing there's so many confident scorers on this team, move that ball and try to get the best shot possible.
Beal running right into Baines. We play on. Baines clutching his knee. Hopefully he's okay. Lillard gonna rise. Had it knocked away by Dellavedova. Now Lillard hobbling, getting back. Ingles 3 for 3 from 3. Aaron Baines still hobbling. We hope he's all right. Joe Ingles has the Australians out to an 11-7 lead. This is the play. Had to knock knees with Bradley Beal there. A 4-point lead for Australia. Off to a good start, and large thanks to Joe Ingles.
Whether you're curling or crunching, running or riding, lifting or...
I'm about to break her off like a Kit Kat. In a purse, got F's, like the wheels on the back. I just don't familiar, but I still gotta say. Shorty know that I'm the realest, she know I be speaking facts. She know that I'm the same, that I was pushing cat. She know I got the game, but I'm never gonna give it back. Every time that we, I gotta run it back. Late at night, kiss me in the morning or late at night.
We give game day a whole new meaning.
USA was killed by the 3-ball against Nigeria, giving up 23s, and Joe Ingles making them pay again from distance already tonight.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters in the NBA, and he's been aggressive here to start. And you see the United States a little too far off. Joe Ingles takes advantage and is able to knock it down. He got that first one to go, and then got a little confidence. Tough step back here against Jeremy Grant. It was a nice contest, but once Joe Ingles gets going, very good at making challenge 3-point shots. And if Aaron Baines is out, and we'll get an update from him, but they're going to count on Joe Ingles continuing to score at a high rate. Patty Mills and Joe Ingles are the two most important offensive players for Australia's team in Tokyo.
Damian Lillard was also a little hobbled on that last possession, but thankfully he's on the floor, looking okay as Durant misses from distance. Dellavedova comes to the aid of Landale. They have the cross match down low. Landale, nice job of punching that out. Patty Mills. Good day, mate. If we were on the San Antonio Spurs broadcast, that's what they say after hitting that long range, too. Lillard, sweet looking stroke right there. Good start for Damian Lillard with a couple of threes in this contest for USA. He has both made threes for USA. Tell you, 3 for 4. Dellavedova stepping back. Durant looking to push the pace. Draymond, great pass to a cutting Jeremy Grant who reverses it home.
Yeah, really good read by Draymond there on the cut. His man went to double, so he cuts into the seam, and then a great cut by Jeremy Grant on the baseline.
Landale answers back. Back to Jeremy, coming off a career-high season where he averaged 22 points per game for Detroit. Really had a good year. And hits again, this time from beyond the arc. Grant finished second in most improved player voting this past year. Joe Ingles finally missing.
So again, you know the attention that Kevin Durant draws, and Draymond Green, having had experience playing with KD at Golden State, understands that as well. Great timing on both his cut and Jeremy Grant's cut. And then the kick out to Grant from beyond the arc. I think he's going to end up being one of the more important players on this team because of his defensive versatility. You want to talk about Jeremy Grant. And then offensively, if he's able to do that, make threes, he's going to be a guy that people play off of or pull extra defenders towards Durant or Tatum or Booker potentially, and he's going to have to make some shots.
Career 35% three-point shooter in the NBA. Of course, the FIBA line is a little closer to the basket. Bam Adebayo in and banks it in nicely over Duop Reed. Adebayo scored the first 2 buckets of the game against Nigeria with a couple of dunks. 10-2 run here for USA. Patty Mills has Adebayo on him, and he lays it in. Dante Exum guarding Lillard, doesn't matter. Damian Lillard with another bucket. Adebayo guarding Mills again, this time blocked by the help side D of Kevin Durant. Jason Tatum in, driving baseline, Euro steps his way and misses it.
continue to get better, to learn how to play with one another, to learn within the system, and to try and be sharp so that when they get to Tokyo, they're defending at a high level.
Johnson to beat the buzzer. Doesn't get it. But a good start offensively for USA basketball, leading 27-24 against Australia, the number 3 ranked team in the world, according to FIBA. Bradley Beal on a nice take. Joe Ingles was on fire to start hitting his first three. We'll be back with the second quarter.
This is OnStar. We've detected a crash from your phone. Is anyone injured?
I don't think so.
Good. Help is on the way. Is there anyone I can call for you?
My dad.
Okay. I'm calling him now.
Every time I go out there to compete, I'm competing against myself.
I'm just hyped. Feel like everything's turned on.
You have to be mentally prepared to go.
You make this look as good as you can because now everyone's watching and it finally counts.
Why do nearly 1 million business mail any you always do stamps.com/try and never go to the post office again.
If you receive regular payments as a result of an accident, wrongful death, or medical malpractice, JG Wentworth can help turn those payments into cash you can use now. With JG Wentworth, you'll have a knowledgeable team on your side, helping you get the money you need now. Maybe you want to buy a house, a car, pay off debt, or go back to school. The point is, it's your money, and you should be able to use it when you need it.
Call 877-CASH now or go to jgwentworth.com to see if you're eligible for a $5,000 advance.
Coach, a good start for you guys offensively. What have you made of the ball movement from USA thus far?
Happy with the ball movement. Guys are sharing the ball. Kevin Durant is making extra passes. Everybody's looking for each other, cutting well, and we're starting to learn how to play together.
On the defensive end, Jay, what did you want to see different from the Nigeria game till now? Do you feel like you've seen that in the first quarter?
Yeah, more energy, more aggressiveness out on the floor, getting into their ball handlers and being aggressive in screening action, and just pushing our defense out further.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Villanova head coach Jay Wright joining us. A great front bench staff that Greg Popovich has. He alongside Steve Kerr, the Golden State Warriors, Lloyd Pierce, former Atlanta Hawks head coach. A very nice brain trust for USA basketball.
Absolutely. And this is a group that brings a lot to the table in terms of their different experiences coaching it collegiately and at the NBA, and certainly Steve Kerr playing for Greg Popovich in San Antonio and then coaching against him now over the last few years.
Ingles, nice pass to the cutting Thibault. Ingles hounded by Levine, great on-ball defense, and Ingles gives a foul to stop the transition.
So that's exactly what Jay Wright talked about in an interview, right? Just getting out on the floor more, impacting the ball more, getting into Australia's ball handlers physically. And that's what Levine did on that play, is excellent one-on-one defense.
The second personal on Joe Ingles. They're going to take a look at this, see if this constitutes an unsportsmanlike foul. Part of the FIBA rules for unsportsmanlike to stop a potential fast break, any unnecessary contact caused by the defensive player in order to stop the progress of the offensive team in transition. This applies until the offensive player begins his act of shooting. So let's see. This is a possible unsportsmanlike foul. It would be 2 free throws in the basketball. And not much of an attempt by Ingles there to do much of anything defensively.
physicality by Levine, and I think that might be the single most important thing for the United States, or for USA Basketball, as they go over to Tokyo, is just their pressure they're able to put on opponents' offenses to a man, to a man. Every player that gets in the game, are they able to defend one-on-one physically and impact the game? And if they're
Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and as you know,
it's an intentional foul, he's going to get 2 shots. And
2 shots in the ball on the unsportsmanlike foul, and Levine will do the honors. And Kara, to your point, won a gold medal with Team USA. You know the international game is a very physical game.
It is very physical. When I played, I found it to be more physical than playing in the WNBA. And I think if you talk to these players, they probably say it's more physical than the NBA in terms of what's allowed, like what's called, okay? And it's something that you have to make the adjustment. You have to make the adjustment on both ends of the floor. Like offensively, you got to understand you're going to get impacted physically, and you got to be able to handle that. But defensively now, you can use that to your advantage, and you can be a little bit more physical than maybe you're able to do during your NBA season. But it is a very physical game.
Tatum wants it back to the basket, zips the pass out nicely. Humming around the perimeter again. Levine, tough step back. Mills got his hand in there and altered the shot.
We talk about defense, and Greg Popovich has to be salivating at the addition of Drew Holiday whenever the finals are over, right? I mean, because there's one of the premier perimeter defenders in the world that's going to be added to the roster to be able to help buoy their defense.
He, alongside Chris Middleton and Devin Booker, will be joining USA at the conclusion of the NBA Finals, currently led by Phoenix 2-1 against Milwaukee. But that's a great point you bring up, Kara. Drew Holiday, one of the best defenders in the NBA. Jason Tatum's going to get called for an offensive foul. Kind of gave Jock Landale a forearm shiver there.
Basketball's number 10, Jason Tatum. He's first person.
Landale. Here's Garland guarding Mills. Mills gets around him and lays it in. Patty Mills, always moving. Adebayo inside. Bam. Yeah, he traveled. Australia will get it back.
He impacts the game with his pace and his nonstop movement. And, Mills will just run faster, harder, longer than you, and find a way to get to the rim.
Big news for Patty Mills, recently named one of 2 flag bearers for Australia alongside swimmer Kate Campbell, the first Indigenous.
Captain, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Thibault takes the seat. To Landale. Ingles, quick catch and shoot. Tatum gets the pick. Has Landale, sidesteps his way to a 3. His patented move doesn't go this time. Landale wants it. He gets it. NBL Finals MVP this year. Great move on Mills by Darius Garland. Kicked by Tatum. minutes to go in the first half. The defense picking up for both sides. USA leading Australia by 3.
This is Red Bull 3X. We're stopping in your city to see who can really hoop on the half court. Red Bull 3X is your chance to earn a spot on the USA Basketball 3-on-3 national team. Sign up today.
Electric vehicles, reusable packaging, and carbon capture research, making Earth our priority.
I thought I'd see it all. Klay Thompson's out for the year. I don't even know what to say.
Like this. What's up? We have to keep pushing forward. No matter how far we've been pushed back.
Not quite 13 minutes through, USA with a 29-26 lead over Australia. Here's what's coming up for USA basketball. The men take on Argentina on Tuesday, and then Friday, USA women's basketball taking some exhibition games against Australia and Nigeria later in the weekend.
Only the most dominant team in the world, right?
Yes.
One for their 7th straight gold medal, the U.S. women, and both Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi going for their 5th gold medal, which is ridiculous that they've been able to play at this level for this long. And so some new faces, though, on the U.S. women's Olympic team. Very much looking forward to seeing them against Australia, who is a power on the women's side as well, one of the best teams in the world.
We should mention we are playing on the home floor of the Las Vegas Aces. They're off to a great start in the 2021 WNBA season. Josh Green is checked in on the Dallas Mavericks. Last off him. Good look inside Adebayo.
It was a really good catch.
Yes.
He was in between 2 or 3 Aussie defenders and still snared that ball and was able to get it out to the corner.
Yeah, you're right, Kara. Bam has really good hands. Good offensive game out to 15 feet. Brings a lot defensively. Good addition for USA basketball this year. Off the curl, Levine. Good ball movement again. Keldon Johnson gets to his spot and floats it home.
A friendly San Antonio Spur fire right there. Patty Mills, that probably happens in the practice facility down there in San Antonio. Excellent drive, physical drive by Keldon Johnson to finish with that height advantage.
Spur on spur crime. Sobey feeding Mills. Gets it right back. A goaltend on Tatum. Off the curl, Levine. Good ball movement again. Keldon Johnson gets to his spot and floats it home.
A little bit of friendly.
Nice finish there by Keldon Johnson, who's already up to 7 points. And he's part of the select team, not part of the 12 that'll be on the Olympic roster. Tatum. Off target again. Australia looking to run. On Green guarding Mills. Nice crossover. Scoop to the hoop. In and out. Reese with the tap follow. Here's Beal. Nice screen set by Draymond Green. Kay, reaching in the whole time. They're going to get him. for the personal foul.
How about that move from Patty Mills on the other end? I mean, quick on quick. No matter who the U.S. has switched on to him, he's still been able to find a way to the basket.
And Kara, Patty Mills is a guy, 32 years old. He seems to get better with age.
He holds himself to a high standard and is in incredible shape, and then plays at this tempo that very few can match throughout the entire 4 quarters. Some players can play at that tempo for a stretch, but Patty Mills plays at it the entire time he's out there. That's why he's hard to guard.
Thibault was wide open inside. Would have been a tough pass to make, though. But he would have had a dunk. Nathan Sobey might have dragged the pivot's foot. Blocked by Lillard. Attacking off the catch, it's Bradley Beal. Flushing. It's been more of a defensive struggle here in the second quarter, Kara. 27 points in the first quarter for USA, just 6 thus far here this period.
Well, it seems like both teams have settled in defensively as well.
Both teams with just 6 points this quarter. Joe Ingles hit 3 first quarter threes, defended well by Draymond. Durant gets the screen. Tatum on the baseline drive and deflected out by Thibault.
Great advance pass there by Lillard, and then excellent cut by Bradley Beal. Ran through the pass right as it was coming to him, got the first step on Green, and was able to finish at the rim.
Beal finished second in the league in scoring, a little more than 31 per game for Washington. Lillard was on fire in the first quarter. Exum. Step back from Ingles. Too strong. USA stringing together some stops. Tatum. Blowing past Ingles and laying it in. Nicely done by Jason Tatum. Five-point lead for USA. Beal, active hands on the help side. Beal to the rim again, and he'll go to the line.
KD doing an excellent job being a facilitator. I mean, he's getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Knows that he draws a lot of attention scoring the ball. And you take a look at the last couple possessions, and you see a lot of attention off of that. Passes it to Tatum. Tatum with the layup. Maybe that'll get him going. He's been off target offensively here in the first half. And then Bradley Beal off the nice pass from KD in transition cross court is able to take the angle on the closeout and get to the rim. But, you know, Jay Wright mentioned it in our interview at the end of the first quarter, how impressed he was with how Durant was passing the ball. Yeah. And so, obviously, KD's a good passer. I mean, he's a complete player. He's one of the best players in the world. But he's really getting it out of his hands quickly, and that's setting up his guys to be able to get quality looks at the basket.
Beal makes both free throws. He'll put USA up 7 as Jeremy Grant checks in for Jason Tatum. 7-point lead here for USA at Michelob Ultra Arena. Cut down to 4 by Matisse Thybulle and Kara. If he can continue to hit the 3, watch out NBA. Because he is great on the defensive end.
He is. He's a very good player on the defensive end of the floor. And, you know, to be able to... that they respect on both ends of the floor, and as he continues to grow his offensive game, then he'll be able to turn into that.
So Beal at the line for 2 free throws again. And Gary, you had a chance when you were the TV analyst for the Washington Wizards, to really get an up-close and personal look at Bradley Beal. What do you like about his game?
I love his consistency. I mean, every game, this guy comes ready to play. He comes ready to attack. And I love the way he moves without the basketball. I love the way that he shoulders the responsibility of being a high scorer for his team almost every night. And so I enjoyed sitting courtside watching him 82 games because of the professionalism he brings every night.
There was one stretch early in this season where he was putting up 40, 50 every night, finished averaging a little more than 31 per game. Mills can't create separation. Great on-ball defense by Jeremy Grant.
Patty Mills has had his way with a couple of the United States bigs on that switch, and Jeremy Grant does a good job of staying down, not going for the shot fake, and that length allowed him to challenge and force Patty Mills into the turnover.
USA forcing the 6th Boomer turnover of the first half. USA with a 6-point lead.
They say this game can take you far. But they never told you. How far you can take the game. Make moves that start movements. Hennessy, the spirit of the NBA.
Okay, at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals on all smartphones. Let me break it down. You got your new customers. They get our best deals. You got your existing customers. They also get our best deals. Everyone gets the deals. Questions?
Got it. But why did you use a permanent marker?
Because I want to make sure you remember. I'm going to get a new whiteboard.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on every smartphone, like the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free.
Okay, Sabrina, I see you. Where do you want this at, Chris? Wait, what?
Is this one of your State Farm commercials?
Yeah, sure is.
Jake from State Farm?
Did they not send you all the scripts?
No. Chris smiles and says, wow, I love State Farm. Surprisingly great rates. And suddenly Chris and Sabrina turn into life-size cardboard cutouts.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Group play begins in a little under 2 weeks for USA, going up against our man, France and Czech Republic.
Oh, France is a terrific team. Czech Republic beating Canada in Canada to take that berth. Thomas Satoransky was terrific there, hitting an improbable shot to help them get to Tokyo. And you know, at halftime we'll talk with USA Basketball's Jim Tooley and get some more insight on the road to Tokyo for this team, for this men's basketball national team, and see how he feels about where they are and where they need to get to.
USA looking for a 4th straight gold medal in the Olympics, finishing 7th at the 2019 FIBA World Cup. Durant has the advantage over Thibault and knocks it down.
You can just replace Thibault's name at the end of that sentence for almost every player in the world. Durant has the advantage over everybody.
Oh, what a performance he put on in the playoffs with the Brooklyn Nets. Great look inside. Landale finishing off the feed of Mills. Steal to Lillard. Short this time. Swims through the defense, and Thibault with a great recovery. 7 to shoot for Grant. They go to KD again. Green to beat the buzzer. Coming up on the final minute of the first half. Australia looking to make some inroads here. Tough pass to make. Grant and Green all over it. Draymond pushing. Beats Lillard, rises up and finishes around Landale with a left.
The transition game off of the USA getting stops has allowed them to pass ahead and to push the pace a little bit.
And Landale throws it away.
An opportunity here to really stretch this lead out. See if they can get it to double digits before the half.
Chance for another 2-for-1 here for USA Basketball. Kick by Thibault. Who do you want to go to?
I mean, any of these guys, but I would say you'd lean toward Beal, Durant, and Lillard here. Lillard obviously has had the hot hand. Durant can score at any time, and Beal is one of the best scorers in the NBA as well. So I would think those three guys, with Durant or Draymond, helping with the action with screening or DHOs.
Lillard a three. Knocks it down. Another three for Damian Lillard. Foul called on Green. K-drive.
Dame has bounced back in a big-time way. Never had any doubt about that. The way he scores the basketball at such a high rate. And it's been confident. It's been aggressive. I love the first half he's put together.
Shot clock off here for the Boomers. Mills guarded by Draymond. Looking to get free. And it's a tough shot. Another shot to beat the buzzer. This one not as high stakes as the one against Argentina, but a good shot nonetheless to get Australia within single digits heading into halftime.
Patty Mills has made a habit of making tough shot after tough shot and isolated against Draymond Green. Draymond does a solid job. He just gets him on his heels a little bit, creates enough space with the size differential to get it off. And Australia needed that bucket because the USA had gone on a nice little run before halftime.
And let's go to Damian Lillard, who had a great first half. His team up 9. Damian, thanks for joining us. A great first half for you personally. What was working so well for you out there?
Just being more assertive, more aggressive. The international game is a lot different. It's my first time really getting into it like this, and I'm just getting more comfortable as we go.
Dame, defensively, what were the changes that you hope to make as a team coming off that loss to Nigeria in this game, and what do you think you've had success with on that end?
We just weren't aggressive last game. The three-point line is much shorter in international, and we were on our heels letting guys walk into threes comfortably and hoping that they miss instead of going up and try to make them miss. And we just much more aggressive. We much more talkative, and we just playing harder tonight.
Well, Damian, thanks for your time. Best of luck in the second half.
Appreciate it.
That's Damian Lillard, 16 first half points to lead USA. Now to a lead at the half against Australia. Up by 9 after 20 minutes. Keldon Johnson with a nice finish there. At the half, we'll have highlights of both games. First, Nigeria's win over Argentina, and from the first half. This game, and we'll also hear from Jim Tooley of USA Basketball.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
What do we all have in common? We are colleagues, family members, numbers on a spreadsheet. But what are you beyond the labels placed upon you by others? Are you a contender? An adventurer? A wanderer? An escapist? Whatever you are, be that. Kumo Tire.
It's an important time to save. With Priceline, you can get up to 60% off amazing hotels. And when you get a big deal, you feel like a big deal. Priceline. Every trip is a big deal.
SportsEngine is the one-stop parents need to get their kids into action. Just enter your sport and location, and everything you need is conveniently clickable. When your child wants to play, SportsEngine gives you the power to make it happen.
Now that the games are back, we're finally getting our shot.
I'm rolling up my sleeves
for the Olympics.
For Tokyo, the Summer Olympic Games.
Are you ready?
Roll up your sleeves, America, and plan for your vaccine.
Visit planyourvaccine.com.
Why do nearly 1 million businesses choose Stamps.com to mail and ship? No more trips to the post office. No more paying full price for postage. And great rates from USPS and UPS. Mail letters. Ship packages. Anytime, anywhere. For less. A lot less. Get our special TV offer. A 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale. Go to Stamps.com/try and never go to the post office again.
Guys, as we get older, we all lose testosterone. The 4 factors Test X180 works to boost it back, build muscle, increase energy, fuel desire, and improve performance. Rush to Walmart for Test X180, the #1 fastest growing testosterone brand in America.
Drivers who fix their own cars just got a smarter tool to work with. The easy-to-use vehicle selector on CarParts.com. You'll get savings of up to 50% and find the right part at the right price fast. Get the right parts right now at CarParts.com.
Kind of gone in to try to make this
We are
an opportunity and a
back in Las Vegas at the break.
safe environment for the players.
Yeah, certainly a lot of challenges, and the restrictions going into Japan will be quite strict. So we wanted to mimic a lot of those here in Vegas. We thought it would be best if we can control our own destiny by inviting national teams here and creating controlled environments for all of us before we head over to Tokyo.
Every Olympics, USA Basketball is faced with a shorter lead-up than most other countries. And so you're bringing players together in a short period of time. What do you think has led to the success, even though the training time is a lot less than other countries?
Leading
Well, we're fortunate that we
Australia
have some great players
46
in
to
this country
37.
on this team.
Right
There's
now,
no
we'll send it to
shortage
Carol
of
Lawson as a
superstars,
special
but they
guest.
have to get their legs under them. They haven't been playing for a little bit. They also have to find their own team identity, and they're working through that now. And these exhibition games will
The
really
CEO of USA
more than
Basketball,
ever be
Jim
important
Tooley.
to our success at the Olympic Games, because it'll help
Thanks,
us figure
Jim.
out
This has been
who we are as a
a
team.
unique Olympic. USA Basketball remains a model of excellence in the sport across the world. And you have 3 teams now going over to Tokyo. USA men, USA women. A unique, challenging year. Just take us through running USA Basketball and all the preparations that have kind of gone in to try to make this an opportunity and a safe environment and the standard of excellence every single Olympics for these teams to compete for gold.
Well, we're really proud of that. We have a rich tradition of success. We're proud that we're going to have an opportunity to win 3 gold medals in this Olympics with the 3x3 women's team. We're the only federation, along with France, that will have 3 teams having a chance to win gold medals aside from the host country in Japan. So we just, we want to continue to set the standard, and we're proud of the efforts, and we're grateful for the commitments of the athletes and the coaches.
Now, take us through the next week in the lead up to Tokyo. There's a week before the teams go over. What is going to be important for USA Basketball in this week before we head to Tokyo?
Well, women's national team, they're arriving today along with the 3x3 players. They'll start camp tomorrow. The women will play 3 games, one against the WNBA All-Stars, then against Nigeria and Australia. And then the men, after this game tonight, will have 3 more games. So, again, trying to figure out who we are and our identity. The women have had a lot more time together because they train a little bit during the off season. So we're excited about the opportunity and look forward to keep it going.
Thanks for the time, Jim.
Hey, thank you very much.
We'll take another break. When we come back, highlights from the first half. USA leading Australia by 9, 46 to 37, behind 16 points from Damian Lillard. 4 threes in the first half for Dame time.
Hear ye, people and common folk, how I have ended up on this yoke. Before you stands the king's great jester, a starlight poet until yester. But all of a sudden, oh what a drag, the king understood my every gag. This of course caused some commotion, all because of that one potion. At once his royal highness knew, the joke's on him, and I was through. He drove me forth with arrows and slings, 'twas then I knew. Red Bull gave him wings.
Basketball has been a game changer for me.
It's helped me grow as a teammate and a leader.
By establishing standards for youth development, USA Basketball is making a difference for players of all ages.
Through education and training
They're helping to make the game safer.
and more fun. Make sure your child is taught the right way.
Ensure you're the best coach you can be.
To learn more, visit usab.com or download the USA Basketball mobile app.
Think premium can't be capable? Think again. Introducing the first ever AT4 lineup. Premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC.
Where does Caleb Dressel draw his power? Is it from what we can see on the surface? Or from something deep within? The next chapter in Team USA basketball starts now. USA men's basketball takes on Argentina on NBCSN.
They've spent their whole lives working, training, believing. But when that dream is delayed, it takes something more. Keep the dream alive. Donate now at teamusafund.org.
Damian Lillard and USA Basketball getting ready for the second half against Australia. This is the second of two games here today at Michelob Ultra Arena in Mandalay Bay. The first one pitting Nigeria against Argentina. It was a good start for Argentina, but after that, it was all Nigeria. And Kara, as we see Nigeria eventually pull out the 94-71 win. I mean, this was a statement game for them, coming off the high of beating USA, the first African nation to beat the USA men's basketball team with NBA players, and they more than backed it up this afternoon.
They did. I mean, they have been the team to watch out here in Las Vegas. I mean, from what I've seen, absolutely a medal contender in Tokyo. They play with great physicality on the defensive end. I mean, they get after you on that end of the floor. Very hard to run your offense against them, and they ran away with this one. I mean, they ran away. Late third quarter, early fourth quarter, Nigeria just dominated Argentina, who's a very good team on the world stage, a team that finished second in the World Cup behind Spain back in 2019. So, impressive performance back-to-back now for the Nigerians.
And Jaleel Okafor, you just saw him there. He finished with 15 points, and Nigeria knocking off two top 5 ranked teams here in Las Vegas already. Now, as far as the first half of this game is concerned, USA up by 9, up 46-37 as we take a look at the first half highlights. And Damian Lillard was really the guy who stole the show in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, he set the tone in the first quarter, came out very aggressive, and really, I thought the United States did a better job of passing the basketball, of attacking, of moving the ball. I know that was a point of emphasis for them coming off their first game. And then defensively, this was a hard guy to contain, Patty Mills. We knew it coming in. He's got 12 points in the first half, and he was Australia's offense for the better part of that game. Remember, Joe Ingles had those 3 early threes, but then it was really Patty Mills running the show. And I'm pleased. I'm pleased with the progress of the USA. From game 1 to the first half of game 2, a lot of improvement. Still some areas where they need to continue to get better, but there's been growth already in 48 hours.
That there certainly has. 16 for Damian Lillard to lead the way. Bradley Beal with 8, 7 for Keldon Johnson. Here's a look at the first half stats. Both teams right around 50%. One more made 3 for USA. Any numbers really stick out to you, Kara?
I think just the assists, the 12 assists, and that a lot of times is a barometer of how well you're moving the basketball. 12 assists on 17 field goals, that's pretty good for USA.
That it is. We will take another break and come back with the second half. Third quarter action to come on the other side of this break. USA leading Australia by 9.
Wendy's serves fresh, never frozen beef on every hamburger. That's why our Dave Single is so hot and juicy. But what if that Dave Single was buy one, get one for $1, and all these faves were too? Get any of these faves BOGO $1 only at Wendy's.
Those idiots at Bird Dogs, they are underselling these.
Bird Dog pants. Bird Dog pants. Bar none, these are the best pants.
They took whatever the hell Lululemon was doing and just did it way better.
They look exactly like normal khakis.
Guys can wear these to work.
I'm wearing them to the office every day.
The best golf pants. 24/7 pants. You just won't get it until you try them on.
It's insanely comfy.
These are the softest pants I've ever felt. It's not even close.
Did they come from space? Were they engineered in a lab?
It's almost weird.
We need a part.
It's nearly done.
Can you repeat that? That's better.
It's done.
With WebEx, the McLaren Formula One team is collaborating like never before. Introducing the WebEx Suite, driving hybrid work.
For 161 years, the Open Championship has stood the test of time, spanning eras and generations.
From my hometown,
Once again, Americans will begin their day watching the Open and the best in the world as they compete on the links. The Open Championship on NBC and Golf.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
I have a structured settlement, but I need cash now. I have an annuity, but I need cash now.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Hi, I'm Wolfgang Puck. When I started my online store, Wolfgang Puck Home, I knew there would be a lot of orders to fill, and I wanted them to ship out fast. That's why I chose ShipStation. ShipStation helps manage orders, reduce shipping costs, and print out shipping labels. It's my secret ingredient.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers.
And Wolfgang Puck.
Go to shipstation.com/try and get 2 months free.
Patty Mills getting jiggy with it here. Getting ready for the start of the third quarter. His Boomers trailing USA by 9. Talking with his San Antonio teammate there, Keldon Johnson. He was the leading scorers for USA. Damian Lillard with 16, Beal with 8, Keldon Johnson, the select USA team, with 7 points. He accounted for just about 2/3 of the team's scoring in the first 20 minutes. Meanwhile, Patty Mills leading Australia with 12, Joe Ingles with 9. All 3 of his threes coming in the first quarter, and then Jock Landale and Duop Reith with 4 apiece. Starting 5 on the floor for USA. Kevin Down alongside Kara Lawson. And Kara, they always talk about the first 5 minutes of the second half being some of the most important minutes of the game. What are you going to be looking for out of Team USA here to start the third quarter?
Continuation of being solid defensively, and that's what we've heard them talk about. More pressure, more physical defensively. I thought the insertion of Draymond Green and Jeremy Grant into the starting lineup by Greg Popovich tonight did bring some more of that physicality on that end.
Seeing more of it here on this possession. Nice behind-the-back bounce pass. Ingles setting up Dellavedova. Not a good look. Didn't hit it. Deal. Lost it. Hustles to keep the possession alive. Lillard, a deep through. 4 of 7 from downtown. Bible setting up Landale. Has a size advantage. Goes to the left hand, going baseline.
Now, Landale does a good job of just taking his time and being patient. Knew he had the size advantage. There's Patty Mills almost stealing a possession.
Almost got a bucket. USA with a 5-on-4 advantage, but Dellavedova with a big-time deflection there. USA basketball on the baseline, leading by 7. Grant to throw it in. Grant trying to get free And another deflection by Dellavedova. Here, this is what he does best. He is a pest on the defensive end.
He's the best, and he continues to work. Obviously, has great experience playing against all these players in the NBA. And
Durant from the corner catches it in. Lead back to 10 for USA. Mills going to work. Runs into trouble. Ingles, nice hezzy. Floater way short. That's a shot clock violation. Didn't try.
The assists continue to pile up for USA Basketball. KD open in the corner. I mean, that's a given. That's going to be a bucket.
Nice extra pass there from Jeremy Grant. Little behind Draymond. Thibault to steal, Durant to beat, and he flies to the rim and throws it down. Thibault coming off his second season in the NBA with the Philadelphia 76ers. Second team all defense despite averaging just 20 minutes per game this year. And there's some more good defense from Australia as Patty Mills draws an elbow from Beal.
Well, we talked about the USA and their improved physicality on the defensive end. How about Australia to start this third quarter? I mean, Patty Mills got a steal and almost was able to convert it.
Yep. Draws the offensive foul. The team that has never medaled in the Olympics or the World Cup. Great look going backdoor Ingles off the feed from Landale, but this is a side that really believes it can medal this year. Durant. It's Grant. Australia thought he stepped on the baseline. Grant gets it back. And that's going to be an offensive foul, bowling over Patty Mills. So the Australians with some momentum now.
Yeah, I mean, they have been physical, and they've attacked the U.S. with the basketball and been very, very physical. And, you know, that's what you have to do to turn the tide of a game. You have to be able to do it on the defensive end of the floor, and they've done that here in the first 3 minutes of the second half.
A little karma there for Australia. It definitely looked like Grant stepped out of bounds. Going back to Mills. No, Landale on the tip jam follow. Doc Landale, a guy you could very well see soon in the NBA as Durant has a big answer. Seven-point lead for USA. They go to Landale inside. 5 to shoot for number 5. Mills has to put it up just in time. Great defense from USA. Lillard. Beal a 3. Thibault. He'll step back and knocks one down. Back down to 4. Hit 3 threes in the win over Argentina on Saturday. Lillard knocks it down. A shootout here at Michelob Ultra Arena right now. Good flow. Ingles foul going up. Gareth, USA getting hot from downtown.
Finding each other. I mean, this is the run stopper by KD. Australia had cut it. And then another excellent challenge shot by Dame Lillard. And those are two players that you just need to get the basketball to.
Yeah.
The other team's on a run, and they'll stop it for you almost single-handedly. Yeah, I thought it was interesting we talked to Dame before halftime, and he said, look, I haven't played international basketball before, so just every day I'm getting more and more comfortable. Every day I'm getting a better understanding of where I can impact the game, and that's the thing I think that we forget and we don't forget in cheering for the U.S. men's national team is a lot of first-time Olympians on this roster. A lot of guys that have not played under that glare. They played under the glare of the NBA playoffs and the NBA lights, and that is glare. That's significant. But to play it with the USA on your chest and a gold medal at stake, that's a little... under that glare. They played under the glare of the NBA playoffs and the NBA lights, and that is glare. That's significant. But to play it with the USA on your chest and a gold medal at stake, that's a little different. And so every day and every game, they're going to get better and better as they understand there's different nuances to this style, to the FIBA style.
And meanwhile, as Beal just rattles out a three, a lot of these other national teams have played together for years. And so that certainly gives these other teams a leg up. As they try to go to K inside, a lot of physical defense down low. Lillard tips it away, nicely done. Lillard, the shot fake, the three, it's good for Damian Lillard.
He's locked in tonight. Fun to watch.
Game time arriving early. And often here for USA. Thibault slipping the screen and throwing it down. Good offensive execution both ways right now. Beal foul. And back to your point, though, about Lillard, this being his first international competition. We'll get to it on the other side, Kara, as we have a timeout. A little more than midway through the third, Damian Lillard is sizzling hot. Escape dribble triple is true for Lillard. USA up 6.
We give game day a whole new meaning.
Why do I do it? Because I love the challenge? God, no. I do it for the beer.
Okay, at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals on all smartphones. Let me break it down. You got your new customers. They get our best deals. You got your existing customers. They also get our best deals. Everyone gets the deals. Questions?
Got it. But why did you use a permanent marker?
Because I want to make sure you remember. I'm going to get a new whiteboard.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on every smartphone, like the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free.
Klay Thompson's out for the year. I don't even know what to say.
No matter what the next day brings, we get up. We have to keep pushing forward. No matter how far we've been pushed back.
U.S. up 6 points midway through the third quarter, and the theme tonight for them on the offensive end has been the ball movement. Very, very unselfish group, and finding each other, cutting at the appropriate time, of course finishing the shots, but looking to attack, drawing defense, and then finding the open guy. And so they had 12 assists on 17 field goals in the first half, and there's been more of the same in the second half as well. Just attacking and utilizing all the spacing that their shooting prowess provides them. Damian Lillard's been the ringleader, but I think the ball movement led by Kevin Durant and his unselfish play and getting off the basketball quickly has been a big reason why they have the lead.
See, it's led to USA shooting nearly 50% from the floor. 16 assists now for USA on 21 made shots, so they've assisted on all 4 of their made buckets here in the third as they turn it over. A little too far ahead The pass there from Tatum to Durant. But, Kara, anytime you can assist on more than 3/4 of your made field goals, you are doing a lot of things right offensively. Mills with it. He's got Durant on. AD, very good defender. We talk about his offense a lot, but get it done on the defensive end as well. Dante Exum hassled by Adebayo. Chris Goulding a 3, and the deficit cut in half for the Boomers. Known as CG43 in the NBL, where he is a former NBL Finals MVP with Melbourne United.
We'll knock him down. We'll knock him down.
Chance to tie here. Or cut to one. Nice shot fake. Nick Kay misses it in off the window, and the lead down to 1. Intensity picking up. Trying to go backdoor. Somehow it gets to Beal. A little fortunate there for USA. Lillard, pocket pass, good ball movement. Tatum just beats the buzzer with a lay-in.
Very good patience. The shot clock was going down, and excellent job by Bam Adebayo to find Jason Tatum on the cut.
A well-timed cut by Jason Tatum. 3 minutes to go in the third. It's a 3-point game. Mills to tie it up. Can't do it. Gets around Mills. Fires a 3. Now 6 for 10 from downtown for Lillard. Goulding a 3. Just hit one. Tap back. Exum setting up Reith. And we're tied. 2 off Reith. Former LSU Tiger has us all square at 60. Here's Tatum now. 10 to shoot. 10-2 run for Australia. Bam Adebayo. Can't make it. We have a jump ball. In FIBA, it's possession arrow. You don't jump it up. It's like NCAA. So possession arrow in favor of USA. Adebayo couldn't make it, but Bradley Beal getting rough and rugged with Nicholas K there.
Yeah, sneaking in there and creating extra possession.
And Bradley Beal has shown a lot of really good effort over these couple of exhibition tune-up games. 2 to go in the third. Tatum trying to create his shot here, falling away, and has success.
Now let's see if Tatum can get going here in the second half. Didn't have a great first half in terms of shooting the basketball. Was off a little bit with his shots, but let's see if he can get going.
Dante Exum slithers by the defense. First bucket for Exum, former top 5 pick for the Utah Jazz back in 2014.
Similar to Kevin Durant in this way, there are very few people that can defend that shot. That fadeaway with that size and that length. And Tatum has a terrific touch with his jump shot.
Lillard taking on Goulding, setting up Levine. That'll be a foul on Bam. Going the other way. Just the second team foul on USA, and we're in the final 2 minutes of the third. Real difference between FIBA and the NBA. There is no second foul in the last 2 minutes of a quarter, and you're shooting free throws. So next foul does not put Australia at the line unless it's a shooting foul. Kara, we're coming down to the final minute of the third quarter. Are you surprised that USA's in another tied game?
Not at all. Not one bit. I mean, Australia is one of the best teams in the world, and I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a team that has better chemistry than the Aussies do. They played a long time together. The nucleus of this team has been through a lot of battles, and they're motivated. They're motivated to win. And, we talked about this. The USA is in the first week of training. They had 4 days of practice before the Nigeria game, and obviously it's a roster that's incomplete with 3 players, and Booker and Holiday and Middleton still playing in the NBA Finals. And I'm not using that as an excuse. That's just the state of where they are right now. And there's a lot of growth that needs to be made, and certainly the stretch to close the third quarter defensively for USA has been quite porous, and they'll need to rectify that in the fourth.
Ingles hits both free throws, going on his 4th Olympics. He and Patty Mills alike. Only one Boomer has played in 5 Olympics, Andrew Gaze, the great Andrew Gaze. 64-62, Australia leading the USA now. Bam inside, taking contact, almost flipped that in, but he'll go to the line for a pair. I'll go on Reek.
We should mention this impressive third quarter by Australia. They've done so without the services of Aaron Baines for the better part of the game. The knock knees with Bradley Beal in the first half and has not returned to the game. Is sitting on the bench with looks like ice on his knee, but he's a critical part. You can talk about that nucleus of the group of guys that have played together for such a long time, and Ingles and Mills and Dellavedova and Baines, and he's certainly, hopefully, he'll be okay. Because that physicality that he brings, his ability to knock down the three-point shot, which has emerged later in his career, it has become a critical part in certainly setting screens, monster screens for those shooters to get open.
I shot 35% from 3 to your point, Kara, with the Phoenix Suns in the 1920 season. He's going to play in his 3rd Olympics this year. Tied at 64. Goulding on a step-back contested. Nicely done by Chris Goulding. Australia will have the last shot of the third quarter, leading by 2. Lillard throws it away. Shot clock off for the Boomers. They were the last team to defeat USA in exhibition competition before the Nigerians did it on Saturday. Ingles to Goulding to beat the buzzer, and he does! Chris Goulding has put Australia up 5, heading into the 4th. Wow!
What a shot. He barely had it in his hands. But hardly any at the time at all. And Ingles does a nice job of snaking his way in there, gets stuck, and doesn't need a lot of time.
Any of these spades, over $1 only at Wendy's.
Outside of Mills and Ingles is going to be able to give them a score, and Goulding has come in and been terrific, just a shot maker.
Averaged 16 points per game in the NBL this past season. Australia finishing the third quarter on a 19-6 run to take a 5-point lead into the 4th.
Wendy's serves fresh, never frozen beef on every hamburger. That's why our Dave single is so hot and...
कभी बैठे हुए इंसान को उड़ते हुए देखा है? आसमान की ऊंचाई को उंगलियों से
like a big deal. Priceline. Every trip is a big deal.
When you're the fastest man alive, people think you leave the world behind. But when you run together, the world moves with you.
The City of Lights beckons as the tour reaches its stunning climax. The Tour de France on NBCSN and Peacock.
Why do nearly 1 million businesses choose Stamps.com to mail and ship? No more trips to the post office. No more paying full price for postage. And great rates from USPS and UPS. Mail letters. Ship packages. Anytime, anywhere. For less. A lot less. Get our special TV offer. A 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale. Go to Stamps.com/try and never go to the post office again.
Guys, as we get older, we all lose testosterone. With Force Factor's Test X180 works to boost it back, build muscle, increase energy, fuel desire, and improve performance. Rush to Walmart for Test X180, the #1 fastest growing testosterone brand in America.
Where does Caleb Dressel draw his power? Is
So
it
you're,
from what we can
you're
see
able
on
to
the
seize
surface?
the lead, but what's it going to take in the fourth quarter? What's the emphasis here for you guys defensively?
Getting stops, doing a job on Lillard, getting out there, keeping him off the three and rebounding. Keeping him off the three and rebounding.
Well, Coach, a fantastic third quarter for the Boomers. What was working so well in that period that allowed you to finish the quarter on a 19-6 run?
First of all, getting the ball off the floor a little bit so we can attack the switching, we can switch and stuff like that. So
As Boomers up
moving the ball a bit more, some hard
and with
cutting,
possession to
and
start
get
the
some stops. So the combination of those two things.
So you're able to seize the lead, but what's it going to take
out of play
in the fourth quarter? What's the emphasis here for you guys defensively?
Well, getting stops. Doing a job on Lillard, getting out there, keeping him off the three and
We're on the
rebounding.
timer here for the Boomers. Ingles pass to Hoyt. Tough shot defended well, and we're going to get that was Adam Caborn, recently named the head coach of the Long Island Nets of the G League. Almost a G League affiliate, but System.com, Australian national team. This Boomers up 5, and with possession to start the fourth. Here, what's going to be key here for the United States in the fourth?
It just comes down to defensively. And the thing that's a good thing for the offseason is that run was made with Patty Mills on the bench. You know, when you think about it. And, you know, we talked about how special he is of a scorer.
We're on the timer here.
Defensively, a lull for the United States to close that third quarter. They were not good defensively. They're going to have to find a way to gain some
Ingles pass
traction.
to Hoyt.
Be more physical. Even the way Australia turned up the defensive pressure at the start of the third quarter, that's what we need to see from USA here in the fourth.
To your point, almost out of wide open 55% from the floor. That's way too high from a USA perspective. Bam with it. Passed off by Goulding to Dellavedova. Backs him down. 5 to shoot. Turns around and gets the very friendly roll through the hoop. Ingles finding the slipping wrist, and he floats it home.
That's what Australia talked about, right? I mean, that's what Coach said, is that the quarter is they could get the ball around a little bit more. They could utilize the slips.
Big figures with 10. Reese, who's been productive off the Boomer bench. Ingles, a step back, trying to draw contact. Maybe in the NBA he gets that call. Anon Fiba, Tatum for 3. Rebound tapped out by Bam Adebayo. Inside, Keldon Johnson. Big battle for the loose ball, and Australia has it. Ingles cutting, goes to Kay. Draws contact. Nick Kay will shoot 2. That'll go on Levine.
There's a constant tug of war in the possession, right? Like, who's in control of the possession? Are you proactive or are you reactive? And defensively for the United States, they've been reactive more in this second half. And have to find a way to control the game more on the defensive end.
So how do you go from reactive to proactive?
Bring the pressure. You know, impact the game on that end. Bring the physicality. Now the offense has to react to you because you're bringing that pressure, and you have to do that to a man. I mean, it's every single guy that's out there, particularly the one that's guarding the basketball. That has the ability to change the tenor of the possession by how he plays on the ball.
Nick Kay, hits both free throws, the lead back to 5. Kevin Durant will check back in. 7:41 to go. He replaces Bam Adebayo. 2 on 3. checks out. Thibault back in. Yeah, he certainly knows how to bring some defensive pressure for Australia. Beal on the drive. Tough reverse. Kay with it. Driving on Johnson all the way to the 10 for the 2. Levine settles into a 3. Can't get the quick response. And Beal forced the travel there on Dellavedova, stepping in front of him. Another intangible play made by Beal.
You know, Brown with a few nice plays here to help change the game. USA attacking the switch. We talked about how Australia attacked the switch so well. There's Bradley Beal attacking the switch and making a tough finish on the defensive end of the floor. Spooking Dellavedova just a little bit. That's a turnover. Those types of possessions, they make the difference in a win or a loss.
This is tomorrow. Tomorrow, very early, someone will go on her first ever run. Right after, Shelly-Ann will run the 100 in under 10 seconds. By lunchtime, a shoe will grow from a seed. The WNBA will surpass the NBA in popularity. This tennis legend will launch her own video game. Also, tomorrow, we will all finally respect athletes' mental health. A woman will run a marathon on Mars. Tomorrow, we will celebrate new champions. And once sport is declared a human right, tomorrow will go really crazy. Marie Antoinette will score 7 in 7 minutes. Guy will land a 16-20. LeBron will score 120, and I don't know what this is, but it looks amazing. Of course, the internet will break. Well done, tomorrow. Also, can't wait to see. We will all finally respect.
No, he's not in his room.
A woman will run a marathon on Mars. Tomorrow, we will celebrate new champions. And once sport is declared a human right, tomorrow will go really crazy. Marie Antoinette will score 7 in 7 minutes. Guy will land a 16-20. LeBron will score 120, and I don't know what this is, but it looks amazing. Of course, the internet will break. Well done, tomorrow. Can't wait to see what's next.
No, he's not in his room.
This is how fast YouTube is with Brave. Notice how there's no pre-roll ads? And here's how you can see how much time you save with Brave. Look, Chrome was great in 2008, but it's 2021. Join the 20 million people already using Brave. Experience a faster internet through Brave. This is how fast YouTube is with Brave. Notice how there's no pre-roll ads? And here's how you can see how much time you save with Brave. Look, Chrome was great in 2008, but it's 2021. Join the 20 million people already using Brave. Experience a faster internet.
Tatum puts it on the deck. It's Levine, a contested triple. Pops out and pops back down in. 2-point game. Inside K. What a wraparound pass to Xavier Cook, seeing his first action of the week thus far in Vegas with a big dump there to put the Boomers back up by 4. Beal off the pick and roll. Deflected out. It will stay on this side of the floor.
Great answer there. And you see K's made some impactful plays.
He really has. Skilled big. Played with Real Batiste. Durant blocked by Thibault. And Thibault can't get it back because Bradley Beal makes another big play and draws the foul. Bradley Beal getting it done. We've seen some great defense here recently.
In the isolation situation. Not very many defenders that win that against KD. And an excellent hustle by Bradley Beal, and then draws the foul. And that was a short period of time where Greg Popovich had a lineup in that didn't have Green or Adebayo in the game. I mean, Kevin Durant was the tallest player on the floor. Well, he's the tallest player on the floor, even if he's with Adebayo and Green. But in terms of an interior presence, and now comes back to Draymond.
And he sets up Durant for three. USA within one. Durant's hit three straight from downtown as Green sends Exum to the deck.
Quick find, Draymond, Kevin Durant, and just a screen there. Damian Lillard pins in Thibault.
Teammates for 3 years, Golden State leading the Warriors to 2 NBA championships. Reconnecting here with the Olympic team. Mills, 2 hands in his face. It doesn't matter.
Are you kidding me?
That is a tough shot.
So they run that play all the time. And everybody knows it's for Patty Mills. The entire team knows it's for Patty Mills. And Patty Mills still gets a shot and makes it.
Beal to the hoop, he gets fouled.
I mean, and out of bounds for the Aussies, and Patty Mills takes it out. You have to be aware that the plays for him, really the plays for him almost every time. And Draymond switches onto it, and it gets a pretty good challenge, but this is what he does. He makes tough shots in the important time of the game in the fourth quarter for Australia.
That was his first bucket of the second half. He's got 15 now. Durant with a hand in his face, and he answers back. Drills it over Nick Day. 4 straight threes now for Durant. Be a reach in on Green.
Kevin Durant, another really tough shot. Was able to make it. And, you would anticipate, if you just look at the marquee coming into the game, you'd say, okay, who in the fourth quarter is going to come alive for their team? Mills for Australia and Durant for the USA.
Stars are shining bright in the fourth. Midway through the final frame. Mills scooping it high off the glass. No, and Draymond Green got fouled. Yeah, undercut by K. Exum doesn't agree. But there was a big collision inside. And luckily everyone's okay. Actually ran into Beal there.
I think Australia was saying that Durant had hit K, and then K hit Green. I think that's what they were frustrated about.
Thankfully, everyone's all right from a collision like that. Last thing you want, we already saw Aaron Baines go out with a knee issue, and hope he's able to play in Tokyo. Hopefully just precautionary that he's sitting out. Don't want to see either K or Draymond go out for the Olympic Games. As Draymond hits the first free throw, and USA has tied it up. This for the lead. USA trailed heading into the fourth against Nigeria and never led in the fourth quarter. They can't take the lead yet. Exum, guarded by Green. The spin. Green read him the whole way. Front. Mills, the ball in his hands, as expected. Durant guarding him. Late clock for the Boomers. Here comes Patty, and he's fouled.
Immediate change in USA's defense when Draymond Green was inserted into the game. And if you're going to drive on the rim against him, the shot will be challenged physically. And that leads to the fast break. Tatum with a nice finish. Draymond, right from when he came in the game, has an assist to KD for a three. And all of a sudden, there's a little bit of momentum for the USA.
Draymond Green recently named to a 6th NBA All-Defensive team. Of course, the Defensive Player of the Year a few years back. Patty Mills has a chance to tie things back up. And he does. Nick Kay will come back in. He's been huge for the Australian effort tonight. Also had a double-double in the win over Argentina on Saturday. Final 4 minutes coming up. Beal gets the pick. Now Thibault on him. Durant with 5. Fires over Kay. Mills drew the foul on KD last time. This time he finishes nicely, putting his body into him a little bit to get the separation for the two. Backdoor off Durant's knee. That'll be Australia basketball.
Patty Mills ISOing Kevin Durant a couple times here, and you're right, just nudges his shoulder into him to just cut off that length to be able to finish. What a player! What a player! I mean, the lights come on at the end of the fourth quarter for Australia, and they know that they've got an absolute killer in Patty Mills to finish games for them.
A very worthy flag bearer for Australia. Inside, wide open is Thibault. That can't happen right now for USA. Way too easy. And a timeout called by Greg Popovich. USA trailing by 4. Thibault wide open, going back door. And Australia with the lead on USA. 3:14 to go in the fourth.
Gucci splattered all on the knickknacks. 50 racks, I'm about to break off like a Kit Kat. Get a purse, got F's, like the wheels on the back. I just off familiar, but I still gotta say. Shorty know that I'm the realest, she know I be speaking facts. She know that I'm the same, that I was pushing cat. She know I got the game, but I'm never gonna give it back. Every time that we, I gotta run it back. Late at night, kiss me in the morning or late at night.
Okay, at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals on all smartphones. Let me break it down. You got your new customers. They get our best deals. You got your existing customers. They also get our best deals. Everyone gets the deals. Questions?
Got it. But do you use a permanent marker?
Because I want to make sure you remember. I'm going to get a new whiteboard.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on every smartphone, like the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free.
Whether you're curling or crunching, running or riding, lifting or pitching, balance it all out with some ice cold serving and enjoying.
Saving is really important to Larry. And the Zebra helped him save by comparing the top insurance companies side by side. Save an average of $440 on car insurance. Compare and save at thezebra.com.
Patty Mills up to 19 points to lead Australia to a 4-point lead. Kara, what have you seen from him here in the fourth?
Just more aggression. He didn't score in that third quarter. He got his rest at the end of that third quarter when Australia went on a run, and then it's just been all gas and no brakes for this guy in the fourth quarter. Unbelievable scorer. And he can do it against any size player. It's his speed and his quickness, his pace. We talked about the top. I mean, his pace is what sets the tone for their offense. Even when he's not scoring, how he runs, the pace he runs off the screens opens up things for his teammates.
A big USA chant breaking out here at Michelob Ultra Arena, trying to rally their team to a victory against Australia. Work to be done. Durant is fouled by Mills. The USA is in the bonus. Durant will go to the line. Normally automatic at the stripe, Durant. We're 88% foul shooter.
Kevin Durant, 2 shots.
But misses that one. USA missed some clutch free throws late against Nigeria, too. Zach LaVine down 3, missed the first free throw unintentionally, and then the second one intentionally. Part of that 90-87 losses, Durant hits the second. Okay. Looking for Ingles. Hot in the first quarter was Joe. Mills on the cut, lays it up and lays it in past Tatum. Patty Mills now with 21 points. Lillard to Durant. In and out. Australia looking for a 3-possession lead in the final 2 minutes. Big defensive possession for USA here. Mills around and out. 5 to shoot. Can't get free. Delly looking for K. Ingles just flips it up. Almost went in. Lillard, contested 3. Mills the rebound. Final 100 seconds here. Late clock for Delly. Tatum picks his pocket. 3 seconds left for Mills. Thibault. And we play on. Great defense. Beal. Backdoor for Durant. Couldn't wrangle it in. It stayed in play. Tatum airballs the 3. The late game execution offensively not there for USA right now. South of 60. USA on the brink of being beaten twice in a row in Vegas. Mills, the crossover, blocked by Draymond Green.
2 seconds left on the shot clock. And this is pivotal because it's a 2-possession game right now. They got to get the stop and then look to get the push, see if they can get the 2 for 1 and not have to rely on the fouling here at the end.
They need the stop first. Just 2 to shoot. Keep it away from Mills for the time being. And Draymond gets the steal and he's fouled. A double whammy from an Australian perspective. Green, the great defense, and now he'll go to the line for a chance to cut it to 3.
Great defense on back-to-back possessions, right? I mean, this is the block that saves a potential layup, that puts it into the end out of bounds at 2 seconds left, and then here, getting the steal and picking up the foul.
Kara, absolutely no surprise that Draymond Green has turned into the defensive stopper here in Vegas. This is what he does.
It's a team control foul.
So it's actually going to be side out. They say a team control foul, so no free throws, even though USA is in the bonus. Lillard hits the switch, knifes through the defense. Durant, the extra pass. And Dellavedova off the deflection. 3-on-1 for Australia, and Durant disrupts Thibault. But USA has to foul. And Australia on the brink of another big win.
So the ball skips around, but at some point, someone's got to take the shot. They're up against the clock. Maybe Durant could have taken that one, and a nice deflection, and Australia reads that play, and Draymond hit himself on the head coming down here with the dead ball because of the turnover that he makes at a critical time.
That was the 4th team foul, so they got to foul one more time. And unfortunately, that's not a guy you want to send to the line. No choice, though, for Draymond. Mills, a 91% free throw shooter with the Spurs this past season. U.S. still has 2 timeouts. See if Patty Mills can give him a break here. He misses the first. It'll stay a 2-possession game. Second one from Mills. That is good. USA down 6. Looking for Lillard. Durant a 3. Too strong. And Dellavedova with a great punch out to Ingles for the exclamation point. Australia up by 8 with 3 seconds left. And it's 2 straight losses for Team USA in Las Vegas. 91-83 Boomers.
What a performance by the Aussies in the second half, in particular that third quarter. The end of that third quarter, they went on a run with Patty Mills on the bench, and then in the fourth quarter, they were the better team. They were the better executing team on both ends of the floor, but particularly on the offensive end. And a win, a great win for them. But, you know, this is one of the best teams in the world, Australia. Yep. And so, you know, not as shocking, I would say, as the Nigeria loss in that sense, but certainly we still see the areas of growth that need to happen for the USA in the next couple weeks for them to win the gold in Tokyo.
USA led by 9 at halftime, then carry that aforementioned run 19-6 over the final 5 minutes of the third, and then Australia with an 11-1 run to end the game and put this one away, winning 91-83. So, Kara, another loss here for USA. Of course, it doesn't affect their Olympic standing at all, but another reminder that it's not going to be easy in Tokyo.
It's not going to be easy, and again, this is what, their 6th day together, so this is a group that needs to just continue to work on being more consistent. And I think it starts on the defensive end for them. I really do. And I thought they started the game with a little more fire, a little more physicality on that end, but there was a lull there in the third quarter, and then they couldn't get a hold of it there in the fourth. So a lot still to work on, but you know, we'll be able to see them. We'll be able to see them tomorrow and get a chance to see whether they're able to make some of the changes that they need to make.
2 wins in 2 games for Australia here in Las Vegas. Patty Mills, a big-time performance in the fourth quarter, scoring 10 of his 22 points in the final frame, leading Australia to an 8-point win. And now we do have Patty Mills joining us. Patty, congrats on the win. Big-time performance. Went on that big run in the third and then another closing run in the fourth. What were the keys to those big runs that allowed you to put this game away?
Defense, all defense. We understand at the start of this campaign that for us to be able to be really competitive and achieve our goals, we need to hang our hat on the defensive end, and especially against an athletic team like obviously the US and getting out in transition and making easy layups and dunks. For us to take away that was pretty impressive for our second game, but we're not satisfied. We've got a long way to go. We can still get a lot better. But like I said, defense is where we're going to hang our hat for this whole campaign.
Patty, you lose Baines in the first quarter, and then in the third quarter, a run spurred largely by your bench. I mean, I know you see these guys every day, and you know what they're capable of. But what did you make of their impact in this game and how they helped propel you to the win?
Yeah, look, we believe in our entire team, you know, and everyone being able to step on the floor and make a massive impact. So guys being able to come off the bench, you know, we're deep, and yes, not a lot of people might know people on our team, but for them to be able to come up step up and make big plays, not only on defensive end, but on the offensive end with big shots. It's just a credit to how much work that we're putting in together and trusting and believing in one another. For us to be able to achieve our goal, we're really going to need to do it together, and tonight was an example of that.
And that goal being the first medal for the Australians in Olympic competition. Paddy, we're so close in 2016, losing that bronze medal game by just 1 point. What would it mean for you and your teammates to finally bring a medal to Australia in men's basketball competition?
No words will be able to explain, mate. But head down in the stand, we're all in the trenches together. We know what it will mean to us. We'll know what it means to our whole country. We've got a job to do, and we're entirely focused on that.
Paddy, congrats on the win, and thanks for your time.
Appreciate it, mate. Thank you.
Paddy Mills leading the Boomers to an 8-point win over USA, 91-83. We'll be back with more after the break as USA suffers its second straight loss.
Tommy John's latest innovation is here. Introducing Hammock Pouch Underwear. A lightweight interior hammock provides superior daily support to nestle you in insanely soft comfort. It works by eliminating the swing and